Montreal Canadiens, 4 ways to fix the power play in 2019-2020. You'll hear 4 suggestions for how to fix Montreal's power play as early as next season and bring your Habs and my Habs to the playoffs and respectability. That's all right here at Talking Habs with me, Rick. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. That'll notify you of all my videos as they come out. Question of the day. What suggestions do you have to fix Montreal's power play next season? You can leave a comment in the comment section. I love to read your comments. So let's get into this video. So the Montreal Canadiens had the second worst power play in the NHL last season and might have been probably the biggest reason why they missed the playoffs by just a hair. Just a little bit. If you're Marc Bergevin, what steps do you take to start improving that aspect of this team? Do you bring in a new coach? Which players do you target amongst UFAs or trade possibilities? Are there prospects in the system that can help? Bring in a former player to work just with the power play units? None of the above? All of the above. So for me, I think the answer might just be all of the above. I read a good article online today that made a lot of sense to me, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on this subject. I think a big improvement can be made by making these 4 distinct changes to the team's approach to their power play. So number 1, so while Kirk Muller helped coach the Habs to an NHL second-best power play from 2006 to 2011, it hasn't been the same since his return from an AHL coaching stint, I think, in Milwaukee, in 2016. So since 2016, Montreal's power play has been the 21st best power play in the league on average. And it's a big reason for not making the postseason again and again. So give the power play duties over to Dominic Ducharme. I'm not saying to fire Kirk Muller, of course, but I'd say give the main duties over to Dominic Ducharme. Who, as a QMJHL coach from 2011 to 2018, his team's averaged a 22% power play, and that was with Drummondville and Halifax. Now, Jonathan Drouin, who played for Ducharme in Halifax from 2011 to 2014, he has said Ducharme helped them a lot with his detailed approach and strategies on the power play, and that can only help the power play get better here. So I think that's an idea. Switch your coaching. You don't have to hire outside, but you have Ducharme here. Let's take advantage of what he's good at. Number 2, find a left defense power play quarterback. So I'll bring up 2 options here. I've not mentioned one before. There's one that I haven't. But for this purposes only, for me, might be worth going after. And he is Jake Gardiner. He's a UFA on July 1st. Gardiner is a proven power play producer with 73 points of his 245 points on the power play. He's an elite skater, a good puck mover. He can help break into the zone and get their rhythm going once they're in the zone, and help produce goals, and that's important too. I didn't write down how many goals he has in those points, but anyway, he's for me he's too expensive. I mean, that's for my taste. He's a little too expensive, but he could do the job. And I don't know if I'm biased because he's a Toronto Maple Leaf right now, but I think he might be a little too expensive, but I wouldn't argue if they got him. The next one is a guy I've been talking about in a few videos already, is Shane Gostisbehere from the Flyers. He's a defenseman that can produce on the power play with 92 of his 187 points coming from the man advantage, and that includes 21 goals. He has a rocket of a shot, which forces teams to play him in tight, which opens up room, especially if he's paired with Weber. They're going, they got to be I don't think they know where to play with if they had 2 of them who could shoot like that. He's harder to get because you have to trade for him, but he'd be well worth it, and I think they should go hard after this guy. Number 3, hire a former player as a skills coach, a la Columbus Blue Jackets and Marty St. Louis. He was brought in on January 21st as a power play consultant and improved their efficiency from 14.5% to 16.5% and up to 25.8% in the playoffs. So Montreal could certainly find someone to fill that role, I'm quite sure. I don't have anybody in mind. I've heard rumors, actually, some people saying bring in Guy Carbonneau. But somebody like that, somebody who can really help the power play. Number 4, a right-handed shot for the right half wall. We need someone, and I think maybe 2 someones on the right side that can be a triple threat, like Jonathan Drouin is on the power play, because on the power play at the half wall, because he's a player, he's got a sniper shot. He's equally good at passing the puck and stick handling. Let's face it, when Drouin's on his game, he's a talented guy. And those passing and stick handling and shooting abilities keep the opponents constantly guessing and unsure how to position themselves. So when you have that threat on both sides, yeah, it really increases your chance of finding open lanes and and getting a puck to the net. Okay, so where was I? Okay, with the possible addition, excuse me, guys, of Nick Suzuki to this team, you would have exactly what you're looking for: a stick handling and passing wizard with a wicked shot and release. And if you can sign it or trade for someone like maybe the Caps' Brett Connolly or Jordan Eberle from the Isles, just throwing out names, not saying who they would go after, you'd have a nice 1-2 punch on the right side half wall, and more goals would be scored on the power play. I'd bet you 2 ways to Sunday on that. So I hope you liked this video and this idea for a video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think and any ideas you have for improving the power play in the comment section below. I love to hear to read your comments, and I appreciate that you do comment. And I'm going to put up a couple things here. Check them out. And I hope you have a Bleu Blanc Rouge day. Go Habs, go! Bye, y'all.